Taylor Watch. Welcome back to another episode of Taylor Watch. Finally back.
Yay.
Finally back together. We've both been on Mars, and now we are back. Both wearing Torture Poets merch today.
I realized that when you walked in.
Cutie.
Very cute of us.
We didn't even coordinate. But I am very much in my Tortured Poet feels at the moment. That's reflective of my mood for sure.
Yeah, me too.
We are back. We're finally back, both in New York. We are back from the wedding. We're back from Surviving Barstool. We're back from all of the above. Gracie Abrams, you went to and asked you about. And I think that it feels better than ever. I've never been happier to be home, honestly. I think that I just I just needed to be home. But for those who are asking, I cannot say anything about Surviving Barstool, unfortunately. That is something that has to stay on lock. It will be out Black Friday is the first episode.
Oh, shit.
And
okay.
So just prepare for Black Friday. We'll be posting about it a ton and talking about it a ton. But I got to tell you, G, I mean, I sort of told you a little bit of what was going on, but I've done a few of these reality shows with Barstool before, and this one is the most intense, the most exciting, the most unhinged that has ever existed. Yeah. And this sounds like a big promo, whatever. I'm not even kidding. I can't believe that what we did. I can't believe it. Everybody worked really, really hard on it, so it's going to be tremendous. And I just can't wait for everyone to see it. But my brain is still a little bit there.
I'm too scared to ask anything because I don't want to it's they're very, very absolutely no spoilers, whatever. Yep. So we really have to be careful about what we say. Right. But from what I've heard was that by the end of it, everyone was losing their minds. So.
Absolutely. So, and that's kind of part
the
of
name
the
of the game almost.
Shows. Yeah. But it's a true test of sanity, and it's a show of lying and deceit and all the above. Yeah. So it's just, and we all know each other. So it's really crazy shit that will unfold. Swifty Dave was a part of it. Rhea Chicks in the Office is a part of it. So all of our fan favorites, to be honest, and a bunch of the guys, the athlete guys were all in it. It's just it was quite the production, and I can't say enough good things. So I'm excited for everybody to see that.
Very
it's gonna
excited.
Be great. But yes, my brain is still in there a little bit. I've got a little bit of that PTSD vibe going.
Your brain's jiggling around a little bit. Yeah, I feel
for
that.
Sure. I don't have any jewelry on today. I just couldn't. I was I don't want to be wearing jewelry. I don't know why.
I'm so tired too, and I don't know why. I just feel like everything's been going nonstop.
It has been pretty nonstop. Well, how was Gracie Abrams? How was that?
Oh my God, she was amazing.
Really?
Okay, so I was really sad because I don't know if you know Role Model. Do you know him?
Yes.
He's a singer.
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
He dated Emma Chamberlain.
Yes.
I love him, and he opens for her.
Okay.
So I thought she went on at 9. Role Model went on at 8, or she went on at 9:15, whatever. Role Model went on at 8. So we got there at 7:30. The line was. We had to walk 15 minutes down the block just to get to the end of the line. It was so long.
What?
So by the time we got in,
what kind of venue?
It was called Aragon Ballroom. It was very cool. Okay. And it wasn't super packed when we got in there, thank God. But I think a lot of people also messed up the times.
Got it.
So Role Model actually went on at 7. He didn't go on at 8.
Oh, no.
So by the time we got in, I just saw the last song.
You missed them mostly.
Which was disappointing.
Oh, that
but
sucks.
I'm there for Gracie. And he's coming
Could it have
to
been
New York.
Time zone thing?
Yeah, maybe. That's what I thought. Maybe.
Time zones are fucking me up.
Yeah, they're always 1 hour. It's what's the point of being 1 hour behind?
I know.
I don't understand.
I don't get it. It really fucks me
and
up.
It fucks
with
you
TV
up,
and stuff. Network TV and everything.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Watching NFL at noon is so weird.
Yeah.
But I went with Madeline, and Gracie really surprised me. I was a little nervous because I was seeing so many TikToks about how people were being so annoying in the crowd, and people were dropping left and right like flies, and people were screaming, whatever.
Boy. Yeah.
So I was oh great, this is gonna be one of those concerts where she has to stop the show every 5 minutes, whatever.
Right.
Wasn't like that at all.
Hell yeah.
She sounded fabulous. She sounded amazing. I had a little bit of low expectations for her vocals just because she has a great voice, but she has a soft voice. She's very soft.
Yeah, she has a soft voice, and she has it's a beautiful voice, but it's not a booming ballad kind of
But she
voice.
really carried her own. She put on a great show. She played all of her great songs. Me and Madeline had such a good time. 10 out of 10 would recommend to a friend.
Fabulous.
It was really, really awesome.
That's
Shout
wonderful.
out Game Time for setting us up.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
There were a lot of concerts happening and not happening this past weekend. Sabrina Carpenter, full swing. We haven't really talked about her show since it started up.
She's been slaying the game.
She's been crushing it. She has a cute thing. People were at first devastated, upset that she doesn't do like a new nonsense outro anymore. But it's like, listen, she's done that. She's got to come up with new stuff. She's got a new album, all this stuff. So it's like you got to focus on new things. Her new thing per episode is that she does like a different like funny sex position. Juno every time, which I love.
I love that.
Something I do want to point out that she said at one of her shows was she's like, can we talk about how I got the mayor of New York indicted? So for those who aren't keeping up with, who don't care about like local politics, Mayor Eric Adams of New York City, one of the worst mayors we've ever had in our lifetimes, it has been indicted recently on charges of like bribery and talking with federal or foreign nations, taking money and bribes and things so that they can better like do things in New York City that maybe they wouldn't have been able to do if it were like under the law, mostly with bodegas and things like that. Other things too, but that's like one of the main things. And so apparently, and there's also some sort of like cash grab payback situation with a priest. And funny enough, we talked about this a long time ago when Sabrina put out her music video for Feather, when she's, murdering and she's in a church. I feel so much lighter like a feather, dancing around that beautiful Catholic church. Turns out the priest of that place, because of the like hubbub that surrounded that, it helped to open up an investigation against that priest. And it turns out he was in cahoots with Eric Adams. So Sabrina Carpenter was like, hey, do we want to talk about how how I got the mayor of New York indicted? So it was pretty funny. She was at MSG saying this. So it was really resonated with the crowd.
Yeah, I just can't believe that. I guess they didn't like approve, or whoever was like the owner of the church, it was the priest who approved the music video. So this guy had some shady underdoings in the first place, but it's so funny how a connection like that can lead to Eric Adams. And out of all people, it's very funny that it's Eric Adams, because I feel like everyone in New York literally hates him.
He's the worst.
So Sabrina Carpenter really
run
did
this city. I'll never forget.
Or when
he's done so many dumb
he made like a
fucking
5-minute video about how to like find weed in your child's bedroom.
How to find drugs, looking for drugs in your child's bedroom.
And it was like,
look in this backpack and in this front pack. It was
like,
just
make
so
sure
dumb.
you check under the plants too. Like, okay, Eric, how about you like help
He's
like
such
the
a narc.
homeless or something?
I
Like
know.
this, like no one cares about your child having weed in their fucking potted plants.
It's so dumb. He also too put out that video of he collected all the, for a while there were like kids riding around the city on electric motorbikes, not necessarily motorcycles, but they were like electric bikes. And it was kind of like a problem. Like there were these like massive gangs of kids like running around down 7th Avenue. It was pretty crazy. And Eric Adams like put a stop to it, rounded up all the bikes, put them in a junkyard, and then took a video of like one of the cat like, what are those things called? Bulldozer. Just a bulldozer going over top of them and bulldozing them all, and was like, look, this is what we think about these gangs.
We got you kids. Screw you, kids.
And then when he unveiled the trash can, he was like, here's our solution to the trash in the streets. And then
trash cans.
And it was a big unveiling, and it was literally just a trash can. Like, he's just such a loser.
He's a meme.
And like on top of being like a corrupt guy. So nobody is sad to see him go down. Everybody thinks it's part of like a bigger thing. So New York politics right now are kind of popping off. Like it's a little interesting. We got, who knows what's going on.
That's
over there.
funny.
But very, very funny that Sabrina's involved.
I love her outfits. It seems like the vibe has such a cute, like it has like a sleepover vibe. It seems
absolutely.
Like
did you see her? Did you watch the like intro?
Yeah, it's very cute.
Where she's in the tub,
it's like
and
the
they're
70s vibe. Yeah,
it's super cute. If whatever you can see from that concert, I definitely suggest just checking it out. If you're not going to the actual concert, I wanted to go so bad, but we were out of town.
Yeah,
so we couldn't go.
It was last night, which is like it's just asking a lot. What's up with these shows being on Monday nights?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Sabrina was Monday night. Charlie XCX was Monday night. I'm like, I can't do a Monday night concert.
Monday's
like,
a big ask. Yeah, Monday's a big
especially
ask.
when you're traveling. Like both weekends, I was traveling, so it's like obviously that is an added factor upon it. But like Mondays, I feel like are the worst. I'd rather go on a Sunday than a Monday.
Absolutely, same. Also with concert news, Chaperone, she's canceling concerts again.
Yeah,
she's having a hard time, and I feel for her. I feel bad that she's having a hard time, and I feel bad that she's getting so much shit for having a hard time.
There's a lot of...
It's a little 50-50 in terms of what's going on. I feel like it's like, you feel bad making jokes, and yet again, not yet again, then again, guys like Bo and Yang on SNL are doing Mudang
so
Chappell Roan
funny.
jokes. That was funny. Like, I'm laughing at that. But then it's like,
but people were like, Chappell Roan's about to write a 50-page essay about why this
is she?
No,
That's what I'm saying. Like, does she care that much about people poking fun at it?
I am curious.
Like her wanting to take time off is, I don't blame her.
Her fans want her to pull out of SNL. They're like, she should, like, but it's like, this is disgusting. Like, Bo and Yang, like, is friends with her, blah, blah, blah. But I think there's exactly like you said, like, there's a very 50-50 here. Like, on one side, it's kind of like this project that she claims is Chappell Roan, is her project. Yes. I'm just confused about where the end goal was for her. Right. I think maybe she just wanted to get her name out there, you know, sell some albums, sell some shows. But I don't know if maybe she wanted to achieve ultimate stardom, which is like, what's kind of the point of being a pop star if you don't want to be the best? But at the same time, like some people are fine with.
I don't think she ever in a million years expected this to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that she. Maybe she's
also,
someone who just like.
Her.
No, me neither. Maybe she's just someone who was like, yeah, I like writing songs, put out a couple of good stuff. I want to be a pop princess. I want to have fun, like whatever. But I don't need to be the biggest name. Like
someone
pop.
tweeted like, Chappell Roan is what Carly Rae Jepsen. She like wants to be like Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes,
like if you know, you know type of thing.
That's a great comparison.
And Carly Rae Jepsen's so good.
She's so good,
but
so
she
talented,
doesn't get like the recognition she
deserves. She's not mobbed like other celebrities are. But here's the thing with Chappell is I think that she right away established this like Lady Gaga-ness about her, where she's like, you know, got the funky outfits and the, you know, she is aligned with the queer community, and she doesn't hold back. And she's different, and she pushes the envelope, and that's kind of how Lady Gaga popped off. Yeah. And I'm not saying they're the same Little Monsters. I'm a big Gaga fan, but I do think that there are enough similarities with their rises to fame, and Lady Gaga is just like, you know, she's a real freak, and she was always a real freak. And I think that she had a level of mystery that Chappell Roan isn't totally able to have, if that makes sense. Yeah. Because it was just a different time. Like, you know, Chappell Roan existed online before she became so famous. So everybody felt like they knew her. Whereas Lady Gaga popped on the scene and everyone was like, wow, she's so crazy. But then when she wanted to go away, take herself out, she could take herself out. Chappell Roan doesn't really have that luxury, it sems. But
I also feel like once
I'm not annoyed by her at all.
No, I'm not. No, I
think it's annoying when other people are annoyed by her.
Yeah. I think I think one of the reasons she said, she was like, my mental health is really bad right now. And once someone says that, it's kind of like, all right.
It's like fine,
the cards are kind of off the table there, because mental health is its own game.
It's
and
paramount.
Once something is affecting your brain like that, like it doesn't really matter what the hubbub is around it. It's like, all right, like everyone should just chill on this girl for a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just very interesting to me to see how everything's been playing out, just with her, like, I don't want to say like attitude.
She does have a little bit of like, it's almost like we did this to her vibe. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which I think is maybe just a defense mechanism for the whole thing. Like, I think that I can't imagine being in her shoes, and I can't imagine, like, for the first time seeing all these people's opinions. Like, we are very familiar with Stan Twitter. We're very familiar with how these people act and talk, and the levels of seriousness and the levels of just like pick me, you know, get a lot of favorites on my tweet vibe, whatever. But if you don't know those depths and you are now seeing it about yourself, it can feel like a lot of pressure to explain yourself. And I think that she's always feeling like she needs to explain herself. I think she's exhausted by the idea of having to explain herself. And as a famous pop star, I think you have to get to a point where, like, those people are irrelevant and you don't have to address it. You don't have to think about it. I mean, kind of like Taylor. Like, Taylor is, you know, I'm sure sees all the bullshit that happens, or I'm sure has a certain sense of awareness about it. But over the years, she's had to just completely tune it out. And, you know, they've got people, God save the most judgmental freaks who say they want the best from me. Yeah. You know, that is a complete reflection of like how all these pop stars feel with all this crowd is chanting more. Like, it happens to all of them. And I think that it's just that, you know, Chappell's new, but she has to kind of not get over it, but get used to it, I guess. Get used to it and get used to ignoring it and be able to function outside of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
It
would be tough.
It must be a very hard thing to have to give up, you know, the normalcy of life. And I feel like there are some people that achieve the amount of fame where you can have a normal life and,
Definitely.
you know, still can benefit off of fame and stuff. And she just unfortunately has, fortunately and unfortunately, I guess, has passed that point. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's up to her at this point if she wants to, if she feel like she can continue on like in this place. I don't know, maybe she'll take a break and the momentum will die down a little bit. But like, I do feel bad for all the people that like went to All Things Go. And you know, okay, wait, here's one thing I will say.
The last minute
drop off.
That's
the
tough.
last minute drop out.
That's tough.
And it was with the reasoning of being mental health. Like I don't want to be like a bitch and be like, suck it up, because that's not the truth.
Sure.
And no matter what, if you are feeling like, no matter if it's an hour before, if it's 30 days before, like you have to go with your gut. You have to trust your brain and feel how you feel.
Totally.
Here's my gripe with it.
Yeah.
One, the closest to the actual date, I think it was like the day before, people were talking about how they spent thousands of dollars to travel.
It's the traveling.
Two, the concert that it was, the festival that it was called All Things Go. Very queer friendly, gay friendly environment. It was at Forest Hills. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was her demographic. Like it was mostly her fans. Like a lot of these people were going solely to see her because it was only like Chapel, Renee Rapp, and I want to say only like 2 or 3 other artists.
Right. Okay.
So she was very much the calling card. She was the reason why you know a lot of people.
Basically. Yeah. Okay.
So to cancel on a show like that, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because you still have to put on a show, you have to perform, and you have to be at your best.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's more of a safe space, like a comfortability-wise. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Again, despite those factors, you can't put someone on a stage when they don't want to go on a stage.
100%.
And if God forbid she has a panic attack on stage or something, like that's just awful.
Because I'm trying to think what's worse, like you suck it up and you go out there and you put on a bad show, or you just don't do the show because you know it's going to be bad and people are disappointed in that way. I think I would prefer people to be disappointed that I bailed than people being disappointed that I put on a bad show.
I think people need to have a little bit more sympathy for empathy, should I say, for celebrities. And I know it's hard because they're famous, they're rich, whatever. But like,
people get such a chip on their shoulder about that, though. It's like I don't know. Sorry, they're talented. Sorry, they're talented and cool, and you like them.
It kind of makes life a little bit harder. Like,
of course it does, but that doesn't make them any less human just because they have money and fame.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't get why people have this. They really do get so pissed off. Like, oh, go cry in your piles of money. And like, I've said that before about people, maybe not necessarily pop stars, but like, it is annoying to see people being like, oh, well, the number one thing that we've always heard our entire life is like, money doesn't buy happiness. Like these things, fame doesn't buy happiness.
Yeah.
Like, none of those things automatically translate. And at the end of the day, it's a fucking job. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing your job for this and you're getting paid to do it because people want to see you and people want to hear your songs and whatever. But at the, if you're going to be bad or you're in a bad spot, then it totally affects you in every way as the performer. And as the fan, oh, what, you're disappointed that you didn't get to go sing songs and jump in a circle for an hour? It's like, you get over it. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel, I understand both sides, but I do think that people have lost empathy for people who are famous and rich. Like, I think just because they're famous and rich doesn't mean that they're not people.
Yeah, agreed.
Which is something we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of jumping into people who are, speaking out of turn. Taylor not being at the last couple of Chiefs games and everybody panicking about it. We need it. I gotta get a grip. We gotta hit the get a grip button because people need to chill the fuck out about that.
She's been on tour for so long. She's traveling. Like, she's probably chill. Like, she's probably literally just chilling. Like, God forbid she doesn't go to a couple away games. She went to the first home game.
She's been to every home game so far.
Yeah.
People are like, she'll probably go to all the home games, which I understand too, probably.
Yeah.
Everyone also has to remember that her break is coming to an end. She's back on tour in like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crunch time. She's getting back in the gym. She's getting her cardio back up. Like, she's got to run around on stage for 3 hours every night for another 3 months. Like, it's crunch time. And I think that the fact that like entertainment, our trusted source, Entertainment Tonight, has to put out statements.
I know. I thought that was so random, honestly.
I was surprised. Well, because I think that it really was going crazy. It says, a source tells ET Now about Taylor's intentions for future plans. Taylor and Travis are still together and doing well, of course. Like, whatever. Taylor is hoping to put out new music and then take some time off together with Travis. He's been busy with the NFL season, and she has been enjoying some time off before her upcoming shows. Even though Taylor isn't currently touring, she's still very busy with work and sorting out her upcoming plans. Fucking duh. Like, fucking duh. So anybody that's like, thinking to the contrary, that, they're on the rocks, this, that, she's not at the games, whatever, that, you're sounding like the crowd chanting more in a bad way.
It's very interesting to see, like, the public's response to her, like, taking a break. It's kind of like, exactly like you said, crowd chanting more and she's only taking a break for like 2 months, and then she's back on tour. Like,
I know
the way that people, I mean, we always talk about this, I feel like, but the way that people jump on an opinion or on an expectation from her, she's not at one game, oh, her and Travis are done. Yep. She's not doing this, oh, she doesn't care about the tour. If she's not there, then she whatever.
It's crazy.
It's always
psychotic.
It's always something against her no matter what she does. And yeah, I guess I don't really understand what other people expected her to do during her break besides relax and take time for herself and plan. And yeah, like, exactly like you said, she has 2 weeks. She's planning this tour, and like you said, I mean, I don't want to point new music. She said new music.
Yeah, she said new music. It's so like, do we want our bitch working?
Like,
we
she's
do.
Probably in the stew.
We do. She could be in the stew, and we love when she's in the stew.
Oh, we love.
We fucking love when she's in the stew. Something else that I wanted to bring up surrounding this. I was doing some deep thinking on the plane about it.
Oh.
And I understand that people love to see Taylor and Travis together, us included.
Yeah.
We are so guilty. We love it. Every little morsel of it, we love to see. You have to remember, and I think maybe now they've been like dating for over a year, and I'm starting to think like they're like entering reality. Okay, like when you're first dating someone like that, and I've been very guilty of this in my life, which is why I feel strongly about it. But when you're first dating someone, they're your whole life, right? Like every single thing you do is with them. You like totally ditch all your friends, whether you intend to or not. It's like kind of it's a thing you have to work through because you're so excited to be in this new relationship, and you're so excited for all the bullshit, whatever. So we saw Taylor and Travis together every second that we could.
Yeah.
Now, a year or so goes by. They're very solid. They're very good. They're supportive of each other. They've been with each other all this time, whatever. Taylor can't, and other people who are in this same exact position, myself included, like forever ago, you can't lose sight of like work, which she's not doing, or like your friends. And she's hanging out with her friends right now. She's at dinner with Gigi.
Yeah,
she's doing her thing. She's in New York. She's making sure that the relationships with people and the things in her life that are her are still established. She isn't like. She's not a footnote in Travis's life. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have to follow him around, and he shouldn't be following her around either.
That's true, yeah.
They're both busy. They both have lives. And I actually think it's amazing that she doesn't, like, if she was at every single game, not saying, like, I don't want to see her at every game, but I like that she's still making time for herself and her work and her friends and her family. Like, I think that is so important to remember and to look up to as someone. Like, again, I had a boyfriend for, I don't know, a while ago. I had a boyfriend, and I didn't even know that I had done this. Like, I had alienated, like, all my friends, and I didn't realize that I did this because I was just so infatuated with my boyfriend for so long, and then we broke up, and nobody was around, and I said, fuck, like, what did I do? And, of course, all your friends come back. It's no big deal. And I'm not saying that they're going to break up. I'm just saying that, like, these are the things that you get caught up in the lavender haze.
You have to prioritize. Yeah, prioritize everything in your life.
You get caught up in the lavender haze, and I'm proud that Taylor has like a mature approach to this and isn't getting caught up in that, and work isn't falling by the wayside, and her tour is important to her. Her fans are important to her. Her friends, her family, like I said, like she's out with people that are not Travis all the time. She's not with Travis at every single game. She's at the home games because he has a house there and she can go, and it's probably like feels safer at home with the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like I think that is a good compromise. Also, how about everybody forever being like, too much Taylor on my screen, and all of a sudden it's like, where's Taylor? Like, of course.
People are just never happy. And
no one's ever happy.
Yeah, it's like they're both at the two busiest times in their life. Football season, the tour is coming back up. Like, I don't really know what people expected. And yeah, like you said, like the going to the home games. If I was in her shoes, that's exactly what I would do. I wouldn't go to the away games. Like, why the fuck does she want to go to Atlanta?
No,
like,
no.
Or like wherever. Like, why does she want to go to Bumblefuck? It just doesn't matter or doesn't matter where it is. It just more to me. It feels like she has her priorities. She loves her boyfriend. Obviously, she's gonna go to his games. But like,
they're secure.
When he goes away for his away games, like, that gives her more time to like work on her stuff, work with her friends, like whatever,
to
like,
be herself.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can never lose sight of yourself in a relationship, and I think that is maybe something she's experienced before based on her songs. Like, I think that, you know, she's a loving person. She wants to make someone her whole world, and I think this time around it's very much fit into my world, not make you my whole world. You know?
It is.
Which I love. I think that's a very mature thing.
Like when I looked up Taylor Swift Kansas City, like all of the articles, Taylor Swift's continued absence.
Ugh.
Taylor Swift skips game for second week in a row. Taylor Swift skips Travis Kelce's game. Why Taylor Swift isn't at Travis Kelce's LA game? Like God forbid she doesn't want to go to LA. She doesn't want to go to Atlanta. Like, I don't blame her for that. Her life has been so busy.
Yeah, I just think it's unrealistic to think that she's going to drop every single thing that she's doing for her boyfriend every single day. I think that, like, it's fantastic they're together. They're clearly secure. They're good people. They're loving their life. But, like, again, she is her own person. He is his own person. And just because she's not at every single game following around like a lovesick puppy doesn't mean that they're not totally solid. And I feel bad that, you know, Entertainment Tonight is Tree Payne. I feel bad that they felt the need to put that out, because real people understand that it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't make every game, babe. I'm fucking busy. Like, I'm busy. I got my Gigi's in town. I got to go to dinner with her. Like, my besties are my priority right now. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a thing like that. And I guess having seen so many, like, in my own life and, you know, outside of celebrity and stuff, having seen this exact situation play out so many times, and now as, like, more of an adult, it's easier to see why, like, young people, which I think is a lot of the Stan Twitter or whatever, kind of get hung up on those things, because you don't maybe realize until you're a little bit older that, like, putting your priorities in place are the most important thing, and how you make relationships work. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, you know, you stay your own person while also, you know, supporting the person that you love so much. And I think that Taylor does a tremendous job of it. I think Travis does a tremendous job of it. And that's why these two are long lasting. You know what I mean? Like, they have so much respect for each other, and they're not sitting at home. Like, Travis isn't like, babe, you're not coming to my game in Atlanta. Like, what the fuck? Like, should we break up? Like, no one is upset by that. Like, they're just like, sorry, babe, can't come. I gotta hit the stew. You know, I'm working on new music. It's probably about you though. Wink, wink. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's.
I honestly
they're not thinking that.
When this statement came out, I was like, oh, huh. Like, I wonder why that was needed. I didn't realize that there was like this whole hubbub going on about it. It's so stupid.
2 weeks in a row now.
It's just like, it's two games. It's
dumb as
two games.
People need it's the get a grip. Get a grip.
Yeah.
Gotta get a grip.
Yeah.
It's too much.
People just jump to conclusions so quickly.
Absolutely.
And it's just crazy. I really didn't realize there was so much discourse going on around it.
When I was catching up,
schedule.
I was catching up because we were off the grid mostly, and I had to. I was catching up, and I couldn't believe like what I was seeing. I was like, is this for real? For real? Like, now people are being like, where is she? Where is she? When literally every other week it was like, that's too much, Taylor.
I know.
Shut up. You know.
People are never satisfied. Really.
But I do think coming up is a home game, so it's like everybody can chill the fuck out. She'll be able to shove it down everyone's throats. You know what I mean? Like,
she'll wear a sleigh outfit.
Let's see. I'll look at my thing again for the next home game. I'm gonna go with my bookmarks.
The Chiefs are like fucked.
I know, they're so bad all of a sudden, right?
Yeah. Well,
not really, but
they just have
October
so many injuries.
7th. The next game, October 7th, will be at home.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll.
And then they have a bye week.
Who do they play?
They play the Saints.
Ooh, that'll be a good game. Well, because Rashee Rice is done for the season. Hollywood Brown is done for the year. Ooh. Isaiah Pacheco is on injury reserve. Yeah.
10-10.
And so they're like three best players. I guess they still have Xavier, which is good.
Xavier's crushing it.
But
did they win yesterday? I didn't even see.
I honestly didn't even see.
I didn't watch.
Let me see.
What day is it even? Sunday, I meant.
Yeah. Let me see if they won. Chiefs. There's like so many sports going on right now. I feel like
there's a lot of sports going on. There's baseball happening. The playoffs are happening right now. Our office is going nuts because the Mets are in. Right?
Yeah,
like
the Mets.
So for the first time,
actually won
since
17-10, but they played the Chargers. The Chargers stink.
Oh, okay. All right, so they're still winning, and I think that's what people are whatever about. Oh, I didn't even see how our Draft Queens parlay
not
did.
Good.
Not good. Damn.
No, I know.
Everybody's telling us though that the NFL is really unpredictable this season. My dad included. My dad's like, damn. I have a family pool where we just pick the spread, and I went 4-10 this week.
Oh shit.
My dad. Wait. You'll love my dad sends out an email. It's actually very cute. My parents, like my family's all into it. and my dad will send out every Monday. He'll send out a thing, or Tuesday, send out a thing, like a little explanation.
Oh, that's funny.
Like as if it's like a news thing. Another rough week for the Keegan crew. I'll read you the whole thing. It's cute. Another rough week for the Keegan crew. Pat led the way. That's my Nana. Led the way just by going 8-8 and has quietly moved up into second place. Sam, my brother, 6-10, was able to hang on to the top spot. Sean, my dad, 7-9, couldn't move him out of the basement. Trace, my mom, 6-10, and Bill, my grandpa, 5'11", also were roughed up, but Kelly managed to lower the bar this week with her 4-12 nightmare.
Damn.
Overall, the favorites were also 6-10, so the NFL continues to be a crapshoot.
Damn. Okay.
With our score.
So it's not us.
It's not us.
NFL. Yeah,
it's not us.
Yeah.
It's the NFL, especially according to my dad. Me and my 4-12 nightmare.
That's hilarious.
Yes, he sends those every week. He really enjoys
it.
it.
Just watching. I watched the Eagles game on Sunday, and I really just almost blew my brains out. They looked.
Oh yeah,
awful.
I saw you tweeting, and they sucked, huh?
Awful.
Not good.
And picking Eagles money line. I knew I shouldn't have done it.
I picked the Eagles too for you,
but I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So what are you supposed to do? I hate the feeling of losing.
Yeah, of course. It fucking blows. Like nobody likes to lose. But yeah, so this week, you know, we're gonna be as intense as we can. We're gonna check out what's going on, and we're gonna, you know, regroup and figure it out. Yeah. But let's see. Anything else Taylor related or Taylor adjacent?
We didn't, or at least I didn't watch. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader trailer. That's out.
Oh yeah, the trailer.
Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
A Celebrity is out.
Cute
the trailer looks very cute. I like the celebrity choices.
Yep, me too.
Shout out Garcelle.
Shout out Garcelle. Smarty. Oh yeah, remember she was talking.
She.
I haven't watched Grotesquerie. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it either.
I haven't watched it either.
Let's try to watch it before.
Next
Thursday,
week's episode,
just so we can talk about it.
So I guess that I don't know what his role is, but he's in every episode.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I know.
Oh yeah, and it's coming out week by week, right? Like there's only 2 weeks out. I
think so.
All right, so we'll figure that out. That's that. Also, did you watch this video of the guy buying the signed?
Oh wait, kidding. I don't think he was in episode 1 or 2.
Oh, so who cares?
Yeah, wait.
I'll watch it anyway though, because I do like a Ryan Murphy production. I'm normally a fan of American Horror Story and all that. So you know, The Politician I really liked.
Yeah. Audiences were surprised when Kelsey's character failed to appear in Grotesquerie episodes 1 and 2, despite the hype. So they did Zendaya bait them.
Well, of course, always, just like Dune.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It says here is when his role is teased in episode 3's preview. The preview for episode 3 features Kelsey's character, which seemingly confirms his debut will take place. So episode 3, hopefully he'll debut. I don't know where I saw. Someone said, I think in our YouTube comments, someone was like on IMDb, it says that Travis is in every episode, but I think maybe since he is a reoccurring character, he just comes up for every episode.
Have him. Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we'll do a little more research on that, and we'll get back to you guys on Thursday. But I wanted to talk about, before we get into, we're gonna do some voicemails and DMs, because obviously we've not done those in a couple of episodes, so we're gonna do double up this week, which will be great. But the guy, did you watch this video of the man buying the Taylor Swift auction, or the signed? Sorry. A man bought a signed Taylor Swift guitar after buying it for $4,000 and smashed it with a hammer in front of everybody. Just a real small dick piece of shit.
And it's also like kind of embarrassing because when he's smashing it, like he can barely smash
He
the
like
guitar.
can't smash it. I know he like has a hammer and it's like barely smashing.
When people do stuff like this, it's kind of just he thinks he is what he
and they've all got 10-gallon hats on. There's a big American flag in the background.
Yeah, it's like, hell yeah, Richard.
No,
you
literally
got her.
He's hitting it with a hammer and it's like barely breaking. Like you can still play that.
Hell yeah, Richard.
Hell
you
yeah.
fucking showed her, brother.
Get it done, brother.
That's what we do in America.
We love that. We love it.
Screw you, Taylor Swift.
Somebody goes,
$4,000? Like
someone goes, imagine wasting $4,000 just to impress Trump. Like Trump's never going to see that, by the way. Like again, like your dick is so small, I can't even handle it.
When people do that, like that performance baiting, you know, buying a Taylor Swift CD and smashing it, or doing this, buying a $4,000 guitar, like
what a waste.
That's like a lot of fucking money.
It's so much money.
You just look like a dumbass.
You look like a dumb fucking idiot. I like this way. It says it's okay. He's just a fan recreating the anti-hero music video. It's our smash.
Yeah, like you're never gonna win in a situation like that.
Yeah.
When you are giving your money to. I mean, that money obviously
I think it went
go
to charity,
Taylor,
but like it doesn't matter.
You're still doing a good cause, like whatever. Like Taylor's still, whatever that.
It's all like, some kind of like symbolic thing. It's like, well, wow, you really think you did something there?
Yeah.
Someone goes, and she remained a billionaire after this. Like,
no,
it's
literally.
Just, sorry, stay mad. Stay mad. I'm not.
I'll never understand.
It's just it's just funny, man. It's just funny. These people, they get so worked up.
The lack of education.
They think they're so hilarious, and I just. Oh, it's
like
embarrassing.
You got her. Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh, oh my God.
We're all shaking in our boots.
This guy's crazy. Oh my God.
Wow.
So
we love a violent guitar smash of Taylor Swift in front of a bunch of children and charitable
for like
people.
A good cause. Yeah, like
sick, dude.
I'll never understand. Dumb. Like I feel like we talked about this when that kid was like smashing the
the vinyls. Yeah.
It's like
it's like chill, bro.
Like, she just got your money.
I was gonna say you bought it. So.
Yeah. Makes no
It
sense.
doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Should we jump into some voicemails and DMs? Okay,
definitely. Jumpy jump. I'm excited to hear from everybody.
Hi, sorry I got cut off. Relatively new Swiftie here.
Hey.
I was wondering where you guys are going to buy your tickets for the U.S. shows. Is there like a secret place where you can get them where they're not thousands of dollars?
I wish.
You could let all the Taylor Watch fans know where you're looking at tickets. That would be great. Thanks.
That is really nice. No, there aren't any places where they're not very expensive, but we'll probably look through Game Time. Game Time is our Game Time helps out Barstool all the time. Yeah. They're our shit. And to be honest, their prices are like that. This isn't even an ad. They might like this or not. I don't know. But their prices on Game Time are not any more outlandish than anywhere else. Yeah. And to be honest, I think that they might be a little bit better. Like I look on all.
I always look on Game Time. I like Game Time because it shows you the final price.
Exactly.
Which is nice because like with like Ticketmaster, like you see, they might have changed it now with all those laws, but like some places like the fees, like you see the price, you're like, okay, not that bad, and then you go to check out, and it's like $10,000 more than you thought it was gonna be because of the hidden fees, whatever. It's so stupid. But yeah, we look at Game Time always first, and then like whatever else is around. But we're looking at the same things as you guys. We're looking at the $5,000 fucking crazy seat tickets. There's not at least none that I know of. I think when you see a lot of these if you see like a lot of these influencers whatever getting these seats, a lot of the times it's through like brand deals and stuff. They have connections, whatever. Like there's no like
people
secret.
Need to remember that a lot of agencies, especially because this is such an event. Always agencies will either rent out like a box or like they actually I think InStyle magazine did it for Sabrina Carpenter. I saw a bunch of influencers in a box for Sabrina, and they clearly like rented out a suite, and so people will do that all the time and like fill it full of influencers and use their socials to kind of tie in with their brand, and it's a really smart marketing idea.
Totally,
they were doing that a lot. Like perfect example is Rare Beauty did it for Taylor Swift's LA show with Selena. Selena got a box through Rare Beauty, filled it with a bunch of influencers, and they were all posting from it and everything, which was really fun. But no, we will be. I told Swiftie Dave. I saw him last week.
Yeah.
He said he was having a hard time. He was going back and forth. He officially is kind of feeling distraught. He thought he may have had like a little bit of an inside, maybe a little PR option for himself. He's not sure though. Everybody's kind of being a little slow about it. And I said, Swiftie Dave, G and I are going first night, so I'm just letting you know. And he was like, okay. So I said, okay. So I think that we're probably just gonna go on our own. He might end up going. He's just such a last minute guy. He wants to go bad. Like he's serious about it, but I think he's scatterbrained about.
He hasn't even gone yet, though, right?
To what?
Their store. Oh no, he went in Boston.
He
went Boston.
No, he went to MetLife night
one. Oh.
He was there MetLife night one as well. And he loved it. So, and he very much wants to go back. I think he's just trying to figure out like he's too rich to be like on the floor. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be in like a thing. So. He's figuring that out, but it's crunch time for us. But first night we'll be there, regardless, rain or shine, whatever it is, we'll be there.
Yep.
And just know that we'll have shelled out a bunch of money for it. But it's our last one. That's my justification. My justification is like, this is good for the pod. It's good for
we should maybe see someone can sign us. I don't know if I don't physically have the money. Like I just
no, but I do for this.
I know,
this
but I can't let you.
Yes, you can, because this is my contribution to the pod. You do literally everything else, and I make sure we get there. Like that's why. Like I don't feel like I've been prepared for this for a long time.
Okay.
Like this is not a. I'm prepared. For me right now, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm like, what's the best seat for us to go in that we haven't already kind of been in. Like we've both been in.
I
kind of
want to be
like,
on the
spots.
floor again.
I've never been. So I'm kind of thinking like maybe.
Then we should
but I always thought, I always thought though that like it would suck because you can't see the whole thing. Like that's my, you know what I mean? But we've seen it now. So and we sound so bratty. Like we sound so bratty being like, what's the best place? But
no,
I feel like
listen,
this is work. This is work, and this is good for us. And you guys want to hear us at the show, and I to me that's worth it. And they really aren't. They still aren't like I'm not paying $15,000 for us to go because that's the prices really are not like that. Like I feel like there are a lot of people running around being like, "Dude, $50,000 on the floor." Not the case at all.
Yeah.
So if you're discouraged by what you see online, look for yourself because it is very expensive. It is not $50,000.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
be discouraged.
I saw that like Twitter screenshot of someone. It was like a single seat too for $50,000. I think that was just like a troll or something. It had to
be. Yeah. Don't do your own research. Look for yourself because there's a lot of misinformation out there. But But no, we have to. Yeah, no, we have to go. She's back in the States.
I know.
She's gonna be in Florida. What if Florence comes out? You know what I mean? Like, what if Reputation is
what
announced?
weekend is that again? That's the 17th
it's
weekend.
It's the 17th weekend.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
oh Lord.
I know. Busy. But we're gonna be with not at the actual show, but we're gonna be staying with a couple of our Swiftie influencer friends.
Yeah, which I'm really excited for.
I'm really excited about that too. Oh, that's what I meant to say before. Those who are looking for, maybe if you're trying to get lucky, or people who are reselling tickets and things like that. Our girl Olivia Levin, who Swifties for Eternity, she's organized this big thing where people are trying to, sell tickets, exchange tickets with each other, change
Seems
nights
like so
up.
much work.
It's so much work, and I don't know how she's doing it, but she's doing a great job. So if you're looking for, and she does giveaways sometimes too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how. I don't know all the intricacies of it, but she is really great with that. So follow her if you're looking for. Tickets in that way, or looking to get lucky, or sometimes people will buy tickets and they're like, "Hey, I bought tickets for Saturday, but I want some for Friday." Switch. Like people do stuff like that. So just keep your eyes peeled for that.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one. This is fitting.
Hello, my name is Emily. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but as we're kind of transitioning into fall. I find myself gravitating more towards the Tortured Poets department more so than I did when it came out.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Because it came out in April, so during spring and summer, I didn't really listen to it very much just because the deep, dark, heavy vibes didn't really feel right, especially compared to all the other new pop albums that came out this year. But now that it's getting colder out and I'm in my cozy feels, I feel like I can appreciate it a lot more. So I can see myself going back and forth between Red, Evermore, and Tortured Poets. But I was just curious about your thoughts on that. I love the show. I had to delete Instagram because of my social media addiction, so Taylor Watch has been a great way for me to stay up to date on the Taylor Swift universe, so thank you so much.
Thanks,
Bye.
Queen. Bye.
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
That's hilarious. And
I
totally
couldn't agree more, honestly.
Couldn't agree more.
I feel the change in the air. I've been going to the something I don't even know what it was. Just something's washed over me where I just automatically have been going to her album. Same thing, the summer. I just was not feeling it that much at all.
Yep.
Very interesting choice to put out, a little bit more of a or with a melancholy vibe of an album to come out in the summertime when, vibes are good, vibes are high. And October 1st, there's a crisp in the air, and I was listening to the Albatross on the way to work, and I was like, I am here to destroy you.
Absolutely. And I was like, I am here to destroy. For real, though, I predict a big renaissance for TTPD. And again, strictly based on the weather. We see... during this time, all of her other fall-y albums, Midnight's comes back around at this time. Evermore Folklore kind of fall through because it's just a little bit of that, that fall kind of introspective, thoughtful vibe. I was listening to the vault tracks of 1989 on the way here today because that came out in the fall of
Ooh,
last year, and it kind of puts me in that mindset.
Yeah.
Suburban
We're almost
Legends,
1 year of that.
I know. So I will not be surprised to see Torture Poets have a resurgence, especially with, I think, people who are revisiting it, like kind of like she said, after the summer, after Good Vibes.
Yeah.
And some people are still kind of dissecting the meanings behind the songs and the lyrics and the words and what they truly mean. Like, I always see, shout out to Claudia Oshry, Girl with No Job. She is the #1 pioneer for Peter.
Oh,
and,
I love Peter.
And I love that song so much.
Yeah, me too.
But I do feel like it kind of got overlooked at first.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of coming back, like not coming back, but people are starting to really appreciate the message behind it.
Yeah.
It's a devastating song.
So sad.
And I love listening to it. But I don't want to be depressed all summer long. So I wasn't really listening to it then. But I was listening to it on the plane, and all you need to do is listen to a sad song on a plane to get you in your feels.
And I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn as the men masqueraded. I'd hoped you'd return with your feet on the ground. Tell me all that you've learned, 'cause love's never lost when perspective is earned. And you said you'd come and get me, but you were 25 and the shelf life of those fantasies was expired. Lost to the Lost Boys chapter of your life. Forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried to hold on to the days when you were mine. And the woman who sits by the window has turned out the light. My whole full body chills. And I'm gonna start crying. Like, I'm so
gonna start
good.
Crying. Oh my God.
Don't cry.
Oh, I'm feeling vulnerable. Feeling emotional. I'm sweating also on my back now.
I'm sweating
like,
too.
It's a really, like, if you're not ready to accept Peter, like, you need to prepare yourself, because it's a devastating song. It's so good, like so good. But she's always posting about it, so I thought about her in that moment. And I think that so many of those songs, especially on the anthology specifically, are very like, let's bring in the fall. You know?
Yeah, totally. Very fall, very
Obsessed.
winter vibes
Obsessed.
for sure. All right, one more voicemail.
Slay.
Hey, ladies. This is Abby from Kansas City, and as a long-time Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs fan, let me just be the first one to say, when she said my boyfriend is Travis Kelce, I giggled like a 12-year-old girl. I absolutely loved it. Anyway, I wanted to ask your guys' opinions. I doubt that this is ever going to happen, but on the recent episode of New Heights, Jason Kelce was sharing that they were coming out with a new Christmas album, and Travis Kelce was going to be featured on it. Ooh. Imagine what would happen if Taylor Swift made her appearance on that album. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love to know your guys' thoughts. And also, I want to know what you guys know, because I'm just kind of curious how Taylor's relationship with, I believe her name is Chardonnay, Nicole Hardman's girlfriend. Why are they so close? Like, what's the relationship with that? Did they just all of a sudden become friends because of the Chiefs, or what? But she's always close to with her, and love to know your thoughts. Love to listen to you guys, and love to bye.
Thanks, Queen.
Great question. Great thoughts, I should say. First of all, yes, love. We're still kind of reeling from them. My boyfriend Travis,
I know,
I'm
so
still
cute.
like, ee. I think the friendship. I forget what she said in the middle there, but the friendship part. I think it's just that she spent more time with these people. I think that we're seeing her now back in her WAG era.
Yeah.
And over the summer, like, I'm sure they had many a hangout, many a time. So she's got a bunch of new friends.
Maybe she wants to branch out to a little bit from Britney after the whole
True, totally.
Trump, and then Trump said, "I hate Taylor Swift," so maybe
could be.
Maybe Taylor's maybe I should find a new friend group. But no, I think that's exactly the case. I think she just is meeting new people. If I was in, I forget how to pronounce her name, and I don't want to mispronounce.
I don't know it either, because to be honest, I didn't look it up after.
I think it is pronounced like Ki.
I always thought it was Kiara or something, but it's not that.
Pronunciation. Let me see if I can. Let's talk about Met Call.
Let me introduce you to Nicole Hardman's girlfriend,
Shariah. Okay.
Shariah Gordon.
Shariah, she is beautiful, first off. Also, and if I was in Shariah's shoes, I'd be like, me and my bestie.
No, I'd literally be like, Taylor, let's take as many selfies as we can. Like, that's what you guys have to remember. Like, these women, while they are playing it cool and they're wags and they're hanging out in the same place, like, they still get to hang out with motherfucking Taylor Swift. Like,
so
I'm taking as many photos as I want. Girl, you want to post me?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like, let's take a boomerang.
No, exactly. Let's get some wine in here. Like, white wine. Like, let's do it. Like, you know?
I feel like it seems like Taylor or Travis and McCole are close friends. They're taking cute pictures. They're all very stylish. Like, she was wearing an all denim outfit at the same time that Taylor was wearing the all denim outfit, so they're probably bonding over that. Yeah,
twinning.
I think I feel like. Why? She's also a Pisces. Let's fucking go.
Ooh, love that. Wow.
Yeah.
Balanced.
She's a March Pisces.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, I just feel like what's the point of being friends with one of the girlfriends on the team or wives, shall I say? Sorry.
Why not? Yeah.
You might as well meet all the women.
Of course.
Become friends with everyone. See what the deal is. See who you like, who you don't like, and it seems like they've been getting along.
It's also too like they get along. They have a shared, interest, which is supporting their mans.
They were posting together last season too.
Oh, yeah.
So it seems like they were
though,
friendly.
like when you get into a thing like that, it's like I'm hanging out with the wags. We all our men are on that field. Like that's a bond in its own.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. So why not? What was the middle part of her?
The Christmas album.
Oh my God, the Christmas album. So we said this last year.
Yeah.
I remember us being like, "What if Taylor's on the Christmas album? What if she writes a song for it? Whatever." We threw that as a long shot. Obviously, it didn't happen. This year, I think it's way more likely. And I'm not saying
really.
I'm not saying that she's gonna be on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little, like, maybe a writing credit or, like, backing vocals.
Kelly, I was literally going to say the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if there's, like, a la, 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 la.
Yes,
and then everyone in the background's like, or everyone
That's
online's like, it's definitely Taylor. It's definitely Taylor. Like, there's going to be, like, some sort of, or, like, maybe, like, someone's, like, jingling some bells.
Yes.
And like, Taylor definitely
credit Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Something silly.
I could see something like that happening, but I don't think she will be. I don't think there would ever be like a featuring Taylor Swift or whatever.
I don't think so. That would be, I mean, of course we'd fucking love that, but I don't think, what would be actually so funny, Gia, I just thought of this and now I really want it. If Travis and Jason sing Christmas Tree Farm.
Wait, that would be really
Christmas
cute.
Tree Farm. I gotta refresh the
in the
lyrics.
snow and the wind and the no. Yeah, no, I would love that.
Days of holly and ribbon, days of forgiving, everything's shiny and new.
And
then
you
we'll
could
be there too. That'll be under the mistletoe. Like that would be so funny if they did that. That'd be so funny.
I feel like there's so many
Watching
good opportunities for that. And also in their albums, they kind of have some dialogue every once in a while. I can't remember if it was on the second one, but on the first one, one of the last songs, they have like all the players talking, and they're like, "Oh, like." Even if you're from South Jersey, like you're still a Phillies fan, like funny stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would be kind of funny to have like Jason be like, and Taylor, like we know you love Travis, but like you were born in Philly,
exactly.
like
but you're a real Eagles fan. Don't stop lying to the public. Something silly like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they're all on like a silliness level that they could do these things now, and it would just be fun. And if she's absolutely not involved at all, I think it's still gonna be hilarious.
Oh yeah,
It's such a fun.
It's been a tradition
to think about. Like, right? It's a tradition. Yeah. It's still fun. All these big tough football players singing Christmas carols. Like,
I love
great.
it.
It's fantastic.
I love it.
So that'll be a really cute thing, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Shall we wrap it up? We of course will. Well, it is Tuesday today. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for being patient and waiting for us to put this podcast out. We will be back to our regularly scheduled programming from here on out.
Yep.
Thursday's episode will be out regularly. If you would like to leave, we're gonna still do more voicemails. We're still catching up on those that we missed the past couple episodes. So if you would like to leave a voicemail concerning anything Taylor related, anything has anything to do with all the other pop girlies, blah blah blah, or you just want to call us and chat, go ahead and call 347-450-0723. 347-450-0723. You can also send a DM to the Taylor Watch Instagram page. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to us on YouTube, Rumble, etc. Podcast. Leave a 5-star. Leave a review. Love us to death. We love you.
We love you so much.
We will see you on Thursday.
Love you guys.
Love you.